So just to remind you that the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now the coefficient of x square can be expressed as a. So have a look on the equation. 6x square plus 13x minus 5. So here a is 6, that is greater than 1. So far we know how to factor the trinomials if the coefficient of x square, that means a, is equal to 1. Now what if the coefficient of x square, that means the constant a, that means the a is greater than 1? What you have to do, you multiply the a with the last term, that is c. So 6 times negative 5, you will get 30, which means that you have to factor AC so that the sum is the coefficient of the middle one, that means the x, the coefficient of the x, 13. So you have to multiply the two numbers so that you get minus 30, and when you add them or subtract them, you get plus 13. So you all know that the factors of 30 are 15 and 2. 15 times 2 gives you 30. Now here negative. So you know that negative times positives will give you 30. So put negative 15 and plus 2. Why negative 15? Because you can see the middle term has plus sign. So negative 15 plus 2 will give you plus 13. So come on this side and write the factors. So you have x minus 15 and here x plus 2. This, from here it is same as when the coefficient is 1. Now since the coefficient is 6, something else other than 1. So what you have to do, divide this second term of the binomial with that a. Divide the other bracket also with a. So here if you just simplify them, you know 3 times 5 is 15 and 3 times 2 is 6. Similarly, 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 3 is 6. So now you have x minus 5 over 2 and x plus 1 over 3. Now move this denominator to the other side and write beside the x. So you will get 2x minus 5 and you will get 3x plus 1, and it is all equals to 0. Now solve for x. So write the first factor equals to 0 and write the second factors is equal to 0. Solve for x. So bring the 5 on other side. You will get 2x equals to 5. Divide both sides by 2 because you want to solve for x. So it will give you 5 over 2. Now see, the factors are already 5 over 2. So you can find out or stop it here also. But it is good if you just understand that what we do. So move it here to show it perfectly. And now bring the 1 on the other side. So 3x equals to negative 1. So divide both sides by the 3. So x equals to negative 1 over 3. So your factors or the solution of the x are 5 over 2 and negative 1 over 3. Let's solve one more example. 2x squared plus x minus 21. So what you have to notice, that a is greater than 1 because a is equals to 2. So the first step is multiply a with the last term, that is equals to c. It means AC, which is 2 times negative 21, and you will get negative 42. So you have to factor AC so that the sum is the middle term, that means here the b is 1 plus 1. So you have to think about the two numbers which you multiply, you get negative 42, but when you add or subtract them, you get positive 1. So we know 6 times 7 is 42, but 6 plus 7 will give you 13, which is not our required answer. Our required answer is plus 1. Now here it is minus. So in order to multiply, you all know, in order to get negative, you all know plus times negative will give you negative. So one of the term has to be positive and one has to be negative. Now focus. What do you want? You want plus 1. So make the bigger number as the same sign of the sum, that is plus, and the other number as negative. So the factors are x negative 6 and x positive 7. Now here the first term, that means the a is 2. So divide the constant of these two factors by the a, that means 2. Try to simplify them. So 2 times 1 2 and 2 times 3 2 times 3 is 6. So you will get x minus 3. Here you cannot simplify because 7 doesn't goes in the times table of 2. So what you do, you have to move the 2 and write it beside x. So it will become 2x plus 7. Everything is equals to 0. Now solve for x. So one time write the first factor, that means x minus 3 equals 0. And now write the second factor equals to 0. And try to solve for x. Bring the negative 3 on other side. You will get x equals to 3. Bring the 7 on another side. You will get 2x equals to negative 7. 2 is multiplying with the x. So divide both terms by the 2. You will get x equals to negative 7 over 2. So there are two answers, that is x equals to 3 and the other answer is x equals to negative 7 over 2 or negative 3.5. Hope you understand. If you understand, then take your homework and try to solve it.